Hey farm friends, my name's Georgia from Grow My Goodness here in the beautiful Bay of Plenty, New Zealand. It's Monday morning, we've got a lot of work to get done today, so I thought I would bring you guys along so you could see what a day in the life is like for a market gardener on a Monday. Let's go. Mondays are very much like a reset day for me here in the market garden. I have the day off on Sunday, so usually I spend that time with my partner or my family, relaxing, doing a bit of housework, doing my groceries. I think no matter what job you do, if that's your Sunday, sometimes getting back into it on a Monday, it can be tough. It can be slower than some of the other days of the week, but I try to get up early. I went to the gym this morning, and now the first thing I do is generally I like to go into the office. I like to open up my emails and just make sure I'm all up to date there. I like to check my emails every day. I try to keep my inbox as empty as possible. Make sure I've got no outstanding bills that need paying, things like that, and respond to all my emails, and then make a little bit of a plan for the day. This is definitely something that I need to get better at, but something that really helps me get through the day and stay on track is making a bit of a to-do list. It's also super satisfying to tick things off the list when they are done. All the emails are up to date, and I've got my to-do list set for at least the morning. There might be a couple of extra things that we can pick up for the afternoon, and I set reminders on my phone as well for things that need to get done at certain times on certain days. And the first thing that I need to do this morning is uncover the pea shoots. So I soaked these seeds overnight and then I sowed them in the ground the next day. We put a piece of wood on top of them and then these concrete blocks as well to put pressure on the peas, and they have been under here for 3 days, so they're ready to unstack, give them a water. I'll cover them over with some insect netting. That's really to protect them from the birds because we have sparrows around here that like to eat these. So I'm going to get these uncovered and see how they look. One of the things on my to-do list today is to email our restaurant customer our fresh sheet, or our list of products that I'm going to have available this week. Typically I will pick and pack and deliver that order on a Wednesday, sometimes a Thursday. We're both flexible at this stage, so it just, it kind of just depends what's going to work better for me, or if they need it in particular for an event or something. So the earlier that I get that out, the earlier that I get the order back, which gives me a bit more time to prepare for it. So generally I will just take a walk around the garden and see what we have, particularly things that we have a lot of. So if I only have a small amount of something, I won't put it on the list, because generally restaurants are ordering larger quantities. They're ordering by the kilo or half a kilo. So I'm going to take a walk around, check out what we've got, what I think is going to be available this week in good quantities, and then I will send that email off as soon as possible. So I've done my walk around and I've made my list, and I will send that off as soon as possible. But walking around, I've seen that the zucchinis, they are in need of picking. They are going to turn into marrows if I don't pick them today. So I'm going to go and do that first, and then we will go into the office and send off that email. So that is the zucchinis picked for the day, and one thing I will say is that if you're going to grow zucchinis, you need to be prepared to be out there checking them and picking them every single day. I probably went a little bit overboard with the number of zucchini plants that I had. Last year I definitely didn't have enough, and this year I've probably done a little bit too much, but it doesn't really worry me. I've filled up a bed. I could probably space them out a little bit wider. They're quite difficult to get in there and pick, and sometimes you miss them as well. So I end up with a few marrows. They don't sell well, so they just we end up with a little bit of waste. But if you are a farmer, you know that waste is inevitable. It's going to happen. There's always going to be things that don't sell or aren't of the quality that you want to sell or represent your brand. So when I have a day off, I don't pick zucchinis. So there's a few that get away and there's some that get missed. To make sure that this is a good size. This is a little bit bigger even. I did do them smaller, kind of more like that size. And when I get them all the same size, like if I pick every day or even sometimes twice a day, it's really, really good. Sometimes having a little bit of size variation is not a bad thing. Some people prefer larger ones, some people prefer smaller ones. So it works out and everybody's happy, but generally to keep them within that kind of size range, I need to pick them every day. Now, because it'll be a few days before I sell these, I can't just chuck them straight in the cooler. I did get these crate liners, which are new, and they should help keep everything fresh. Because the crates are ventilated, they just won't stay really fresh even in the chiller. So having them in the liners is going to help. I haven't actually used these before. Normally I put everything into like steamer crates with lids, but I'm kind of reserving those more for my loose leaf greens, because the crates they're not the most durable, those crates, and they're getting damaged. Also, it's like a lot of washing the crates all the time. So this is going to save me a little bit of time today, just putting these straight into my produce crates with a liner. This will honestly be a little bit of a test. I haven't used these liners before. I'm hoping that it's really just going to be a time saver for me and keep the product really fresh. Okay, so the zucchinis are in the chiller. We've got some sunflowers that have been picked this morning. All of this other stuff is my leftover produce. There's actually not too much of it, which is great. So I just need to sort through that. I'm going to put a lot of it aside for ourselves, and also we give some away to our neighbors as well. So the good thing about our produce is that it lasts really well. We won't sell that product, so I need to get it out of this fridge and get it into the fridges inside the house. I've cleared out all of last week's produce, so the chiller has only got new produce in it for this week. Now, these containers behind me, they are on the list. I need to wash all of these because we put our loose leaf greens in those after they have been harvested and washed. And the rest of this area behind me is our wash and pack area, which desperately needs a bit of a clean and tidy. So I'm going to get onto that. However, it's almost 11 o'clock, so I'm going to have a 10-minute break, have a coffee, and then I will get stuck into cleaning all of these and giving this wash and pack area a bit of a reset so that it's ready to go for the next harvest. Just got back from a quick lunch break, and before I did that I got all of my Sistema containers washed and put away, and then when I came back I just cleared the propagation area, the wash and pack area, so it's all clean and lovely, ready for the new week. And I just got my restaurant order from the email that I sent this morning. So the order is actually going to be for tomorrow, a day earlier than usual, because it is Valentine's Day on Wednesday. So of course they're doing a special Valentine's Day menu. So I'm going to go and deliver their produce up tomorrow. So I've got my wash and pack area is all nice and clean and reset for the morning. I've got quite a lot ticked off my list. I've got some new packaging stock that's just arrived, so I'm going to go put that away, and then it is time to get up into the garden. I've got a few hours left of the day, so I'm going to work on starting to clear a few beds. Unfortunately, this one has really been overtaken by weeds. This was sunflowers, and all the sunflowers have come out. We planted into weed mat because we knew this bed was gonna be weedy, and the weeds have come through the weed mat. It looks really bad, but I actually think it won't be too bad. The weeds should just come right out. So I'm gonna take the weed mat up. I'm gonna get this bed cleared. Well, that was way worse than I thought it was going to be, but thankfully my dad came out and helped me, and it's almost cleared, just a little bit more to go there. A lot of seeds came off as I was clearing that, so I'm probably going to have to water this down and then put a tarp over the top of it to try and force those seeds to germinate and then die under the tarp. It's nice and sunny at the moment in summer, so hopefully that works and I can get something planted in that for winter. It's been pretty hot here today. Just got some of the sprinklers going to get the garden watered. It is just about 5:30, so I am probably going to call it there for the day. I do need to do a bit of lawn mowing, so I'm going to have a go at that before it's time to head home and make dinner. That's going to be all for this video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.